Namaskar and welcome to another segment of Bhakti Bhojan. Today viewers, we are happy to bring to you with us again our loving chef Indra Laloo who is going to instruct us today on the making of Laddhu. So we do hope you stay with us and you enjoy this segment of making Laddhu. Auntie Indra, what are we getting today as ingredients in the preparation of Laddhu?
Okay, we have grind dal,
Grind dal,
oil,
oil,
condensed milk,
condensed milk,
elaichi, saffron, ghee, sugar,
sugar,
and freshly ground ginger.
Okay, so we have the ingredients with us, viewers. We do have grind dal, we have oil, we have condensed milk, we have cinnamon, we have hardi or saffron, we have ghee, sugar, and ground ginger. So the next step I'm going to ask, take us into the first step.
Okay, the first step, well, I would turn the stove on and put the heat up very low.
Okay, so the heat has to be pretty low.
Yeah. And I'll put the oil into hot.
Okay.
So we would put like this. So this is 2 cups of oil that I'm using for frying.
And we're looking at making how much?
The average, according to the size that you desire, it should make like 12.
Okay.
That's
So we're using 2 cups of oil for the 12 laddus.
And here I have 1.5 cups of grind dal.
Grind dal. You know, Auntie Indra, you can even purchase the grind dal already in the store, or you have the option of taking the raw dal and soaking it at twice the level in water.
Yeah, for 2 hours. You drain it and then grind it.
You drain it and then you grind it.
Yes, and then it would not take as much as water that I'm going to use now because it will already be wet.
Okay.
So it will take half the amount of water. Like I'm going to use a cup of water in here, and if you soak it and you grind it, it should use like half
the
a
amount
cup.
of
Yes.
liquid. Yeah. And typically, you know, viewers, this is one of our traditional utensils that's used in the kitchen, and it's called a mill. And this is what's going to be used to grind the dal. Typically,
Yes.
if you had soaked the dal.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and also, during our recipe, we would be grinding it again there.
Okay. Okay.
So here I mix 1.5 cups of grind dal, and I'm going to add 1 cup of water.
Okay. So you're stirring that until what type of texture or consistency you're looking for?
It's like a.
Until it's worked in fully.
Yes.
Okay.
Not too stiff, not too too much of a thin.
Poured into the dal, the grind dal, and it's briskly stirred with your fingers or briskly stirred with whatever you want to stir it with until it's worked in.
Yes, and I'm going to use a little bit of saffron. We more use this for the color,
okay.
So it will have a beautiful color.
Okay. So that's what gives it the nice, rich
yellow color. Okay. Yes.
And again, you're mixing briskly with your fingers. And I guess by mixing with your fingers, it gives you a better feel of the texture
that
of
you
dal.
want.
Okay.
Right.
Nice. It's already smelling, pretty good.
The saffron.
Yeah. You know, and hardi has a lot of medicinal purposes. It's being recommended by a lot of people today. So adding that just adds not only to flavor and color, but it just add to the value that it gives us.
Yes. So we're going to check our oil. We want this on medium high, and it wasn't on.
No, you're saying you want it on medium?
Yeah.
Okay.
Medium. So with.
Now, how would assuming I am a first-time cook, how would I know if my oil is ready?
Well, I usually test it by putting my hands over the oil, and I could actually feel the heat coming out.
Uh-huh.
But like right now, it's still cold, so
Okay.
there's no
Okay.
none of it. So I'll leave this to sit for just like for 2 minutes until our oil is all ready, and then we'll start our proceeding with our next step. Thanks.
Okay.
So now we're gonna make a little balls and put them into fry.
Uh-huh.
And here we go. I test this first to make sure the oil is hot,
Okay.
and you see it start bubbling on the side, so it's quite good.
Okay. It's the right temperature.
Yes.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter the shape of it, because I could have used like a jar now or so to make it really small, but I prefer to do it like this
Okay.
once it's cooked.
Now you're saying the shape doesn't matter
No.
because you have a next process.
Yes, because I'm going to grind this all up again.
So now she stirred the hardi, she stirred the grind dal under water, and she allowed it to sit for 5 minutes. And now she's frying them in little, very tiny pieces, as you can see. And this is not the actual laddu. Right now she's just frying this, and there's several steps after.
Yeah, this is to cook the dal. So the dal will be cooked. Or you can even use the jarnar, which would make it much easier.
Oh,
And we're just gonna do this.
pretty creative. I like that. That's good for people like me who don't like the kitchen very much. Quick
Yeah, and then
easy.
it's quicker. Yeah.
Yeah. So the goal is really just to get it fried.
Yes, just to cook it.
Doesn't matter what,
Yeah.
how it comes out. Just
Right.
cooked well. Now this is under medium heat because you don't want to get brown quickly.
Right.
Okay.
I don't want too much color, and I would like it to cook properly.
Gotcha.
So we keep it on the medium.
Okay. Now what
Yeah, and
color
then-
are you looking for?
For it to get a little light brown.
Light brown.
Yeah, it's almost there. Yeah.
Now would you say somebody making this needs help in making it? Do you think you need two people, one person is capable of doing
It
it?
depends on if you're making a little, like we are doing now. One person can do that.
Okay.
But then if you're making like a
lots of
lot that
pujas.
pujas, weddings, yeah, we'll definitely need
Need
to.
some help.
Yes, yes.
Now this feels as though it's already getting a bit stiff.
Yes, which means it's cooked.
Pretty much cooked?
Yes.
Okay. Can I go right ahead and take it
Yes, you
out?
can. It's also a nice color, so.
Yeah. The hardi does add to the pretty color.
Yes.
Auntie Indra, who taught you to make laddu?
Well, I think it's come from my ancestors, and when you're going to with your mom because she's going to help
At the
cook,
pujas and yes.
and very inquisitive, and we got to the kitchen and like to see what they're doing, and
So would you
Yeah.
advise young people who are growing up in this country and want to learn traditional dishes, besides looking at programs like Bhakti Bhojan and others, that it would be advisable to go help at pujas? And
yes,
you can see
yes, yeah.
I think we're ready for the next step.
Yes.
again, viewers, Bhakti Bhojan is a program that's designed to teach, young people as well as people who have not made several of our traditional dishes, the technique and the art form. It may be of interest to other viewers who are willing to learn or would like to learn or interested in learning traditional dishes of Indians of West Indian origin. We start off with basically the items that are needed for pujas. And it's hopeful that our segment will be helpful in your learning. If for any reason you do have questions, please email us at gyankasagar.com. So again, we repeat the process.
Yes.
And you don't stir immediately as you put it in the pot?
No.
Okay.
As it will still be sticky, we're going to stick to the spoon.
Right. And I realized the first time around.
Yes. So you can hear, like, it's gotten a little heavy.
Yes. It's very loose, it's very crisp.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
But it's still pretty much the raw product because there's several ingredients that still must be added.
Yes, but this part was important because this is where we cook the dal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we actually cook the dal here because then in our method, we're not going to put this over the heat again.
Okay.
So this is the cooking
this
process.
is pretty much the only cooking in the process of making laddu.
Yes, and beside that, we're going to add the pag, the syrup in.
At the end.
Yes.
Okay.
But then this would not be cooked. It will just be adding for the sweetness and the flavors and stuff like that. I think this is.
Are we finished with these dishes?
Yes, we are. So the next step we're going to do now, we are going to pass this through the mill and make it back into a powder form, coarsely, not too fine.
And we're doing this once. We're passing it through the mill once.
Yes.
Okay. And again, for our viewers, this is the mill already set up. And what basically it does, it grinds. As you move the handle, it grinds the product that's on the inside. Okay.
It's a little back in time tool that we used to use long time ago. There's so much more advanced stuff that we can, yes.
Sure.
But you know what, this give it just the right texture.
In addition, for our young people who are not aware, and even the older folks, it's a nice form of exercising. You're toning up the arm muscle.
That's it. Okay.
And if anybody has really have ever tried grinding dal in the past, you will know it's pretty tough to grind it at times, and rice.
Are you turning it the wrong way?
I am? Oh my
No,
goodness.
let me see.
No, I was. I was?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can stick to being the chef and I'll be the person who's learning.
Alright.
That's why you're the chef. as usual. Wow, it's pretty.
Pretty color, right?
Yeah.
You got a little muscles there?
Yeah, it feels good.
Okay, so we have come to the end of our grinding part of this making our laddu. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put up the sugar water, the pag.
Okay, so pag is sugar and water.
Yes. So I'm going to do this right here.
Now, how much water are we putting up to the pot? And how much sugar are we adding to that water?
I'm using a half cup of water.
Half cup of water.
Yeah, and 1 cup of sugar.
1 cup of sugar. This will equate the adequate amount of for 12.
Yes.
Do you need me to stir?
You can see. Go ahead.
Now, while this is simmering here, what is your next step?
So while Devi is helping me out here with the syrup, I'm going to add the other ingredients to the mixture. And that would be 2 tablespoons of ghee, 2 teaspoons of elaichi, 2 teaspoonful of ground ginger, freshly ground ginger, because they get more of the flavor into it. Gonna stir this in for a little bit.
So you're mixing it into the
Yeah,
pot.
yes. This is where you get the flavors now.
Okay. So you've added the ginger, you've added the cinnamon, and you've added
I added the ghee,
the ghee,
2 teaspoons of ginger, and 2 teaspoonful of elaichi.
oh, elaichi,
Yes, and now I'm going to use
condensed.
a half cup of condensed milk.
Briskly stir that into the mixture. Now, what are you expecting to get now? It's starting to get a bit sticky.
Yes. So I'm just waiting to get the sugar water, the pag.
Now, what am I looking for in the pag to know if I were not familiar with what pag looks like? What am I? When am I?
What you asking when it would be ready? Okay. Most of the times it starts getting heavy.
Okay.
There's a lot of bubbles around in the pot. It bubbles a lot, and then it starts sticking around.
Okay.
You can actually see the sugar coming back
Yes.
at the edge of
I'm
the.
starting to see the little bubbles
Right.
on the borders around the pot. I'm being sure it's bubbling a lot now.
Okay, it's getting ready.
Okay.
We still have a little ways to go because you see it's very thin.
Okay.
When it's ready, it sort of fall a little bit heavier.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Forms a string.
right.
Okay.
We're almost there. So you can see it a little bit again.
Traditional Indian cooking involves the family.
Yes, and that's so nice, that everyone could get together and do stuff.
And the thing is, what we all fail to realize is that you've said it several times when you've done segments. We can put as much ginger as we want. We can put as much elaichi as we want for flavoring and condensed milk. But if we don't do it with a little happiness and a
And
smile
love, and love most of all.
then yeah.
You know, when we have prayers in the family, we're gonna have puja and stuff. The family get together for days before.
To begin the preparation process.
Yes, and it's so much fun. You know, you share things that you know you would normally have
Share
time to.
together,
Yes. So I think it's all ready. So we're gonna take this off, and we're gonna add little by little in here.
Into the
Maybe.
mixture.
Yes.
You're not making the balls yet.
No.
You're just adding it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get you pot holders.
Yes.
Do you want me to pour?
Yes. Thanks.
So we're pouring.
Go ahead. There.
Do I pour it in one spot? Do I
Yes.
pour it? Does
Yes.
it matter?
Right there is good. Thank you.
So you're stirring the pog into the mixture now.
Yeah, and as it starts to absorb, it will start getting heavy and getting back a little grainy, which that's the texture that we want.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So
then
the pog makes it grainy again. Basically.
the pag really just add the moisture and the sweetness
Okay.
to. We're going to let it sit for a little bit. We really have to roll it out while it's still a little bit warm so that it will hold better. But right now it's kind of hot, so
So how long do we have to allow it to sit for?
like let's say 3 minutes.
About
So
3
yeah,
minutes, okay.
because we don't want to get too
So you
cold.
allow the mixer to sit for 3 minutes.
Yes.
And
Now we have all the ingredients in here, and we're all ready to make our laddu. Final touch to it, and I'm just going to make the sizes.
so you're just rolling it.
Yes. It's a little bit soft, but by the time it's
Sits.
absorbed, yes, it's good. So it's still going to be moist also, although it may stay a day or two. It will be very moist and nice. I just use a little bit of oil to grease my hands so
So
it
it
wouldn't
comes out
stick.
very smooth. Because that was
too
my next
much, yeah.
question. It's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Can I wash my hands and help you?
Sure, you can. You can put some oil in your hands. Just to,
To get my hand a bit greasy.
yes, so you can stick on it. You see like how this look, that's what we really would get the moment that it dries off a little bit.
A rough
yes,
texture.
a rough texture. So you don't have to, like put too much into it.
Oh, I like it.
Have you ever been to the market in Trinidad? Where
the
the
market.
sells, where the
I've
sells
been
all
to the
the.
market, but I've never seen them make it at the market.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's already pre-done.
I think that's where I got the recipe from.
Watch
The guy who sell it in the market.
You watch him and you learn.
No, he told me.
Ah,
Yeah, he told me what he puts in it and
very nice. Very nice.
you want to put it with it 12 will fit. It's a little bit soft, but that's okay because I know it absorbs a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And did you see that? We get exact 12 to our size. You can roll over that one there.
This one?
Yeah. Making a mess.
Okay. Now where do you want me? I'm just putting them in the four corners.
Yes, that's fine.
Well, actually, three corners.
Okay, look at
Okay.
this. We're going to use this.
You're giving yours a rough look.
Yes, yes, the rough part, yeah, how it was.
Good.
So you want to hold it up and share?
Sure. Okay, so we've completed the process in making laddu. Basically the laddu is a mixture of grind dal, it's a mixture of ginger, it's a mixture of elaichi, condensed milk, ghee. We utilize the oil and frying the pre-doughs and water obviously, and sugar.
Sugar, right.
Okay. So we do hope you enjoy this segment. We do hope when you do make your laddu, you please remember the key ingredient, and it's called love. With this love, definitely we offer the devotion to Lord Ganesh, and we do hope you enjoy partaking in your laddu. Take care, and once again, this is our loving chef, Indra, Laloo, and your host, Devi Misir, thanking you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Namaste.